And just as quick as that, we're back again. Today, it's been a long day. We've been doing a hell of a lot of clerical work, sorting stuff out, and needed doing, so we caught up with that. Waiting for stuff to be delivered, which seems like an eternity. But today's job, we're back to Claude. Secondary fuel pump. It's the one that lives underneath, just about there. Straightforward job, should take me minutes. All I've got to do is get it up in the air a little bit so I can get under it. Despite my amazing physique, I still have a struggle getting underneath these things. Once it's up in the air, we'll jump underneath. There's two 10mm off the top of my head. Hold the inspection panel on. Two hoses, one electrical clip, and there's got to be some means of retaining the clip. I'll let you know when we get there. There we are. Lovely bit of shade, just what I need on a day like this. Cuts down on the old sunburn. So, here we are. Put my hand in front of the camera. Here we are. Let me spin you around. We're working. That's the near side rear wheel. That is the inspection panel there. Two of those, 10mm, one in there, one in there. Build quality of a ring driver. And then up inside there is that pump. Oh look, if I zoom out, makes life easier. I'll learn that one day. So let's have a quick look at what's holding that in and get that bugger out. There we are. It's about a week later. Run of luck, eh? Right, the two retaining screws that go inside there that hold the clamp round the pump. Bob on, usual Land Rover quality, rotten. So, I did try to do this on camera. I did try and unscrew it, but there's absolutely no bloody chance they rotted away. So I drilled them out, and as you can see, they just melted their way out, and you ain't got a lot of choice. So I'll be putting new, I'll see if I can find some pre-rusted screws to save it the effort, but if not, I'll put some new ones in there with washer zone. Hopefully that'll do the job. So what we got? As you can see, standard Land Rover fitment. Hang on, I'll stop this in Land Rovers now. As you can see, that is the fuel pump. It's trying its bestest to fall out. I've removed the electrical connector. There is a pipe on the front and a pipe on the back, held on with pipe clips, Jubilee clips, screw clamps, whatever you want to call them. Them two off. Then I'll cover myself in diesel, pop the new pump on, shout hooray, and everything will be fine. See how that goes, eh? Quick as that. Right, what we've done, I asked myself, underneath, I'll put about 30 quid's worth of diesel on the floor. New pump in situ, it's not clamped up yet. I need to get a new pipe clamp for one end because you saw the mess they were in. But it's in there. I've fired it up once just to prime it. No leaks. Makes the right noises. And also, under the bonnet, I chucked a new fuel filter in as well. And God knows how I done it. But sensor on the top, held in by one Torx screw and the seal that holds it in. So I unscrewed it, unclipped the wire, and then promptly dropped it down there. Could I find that? No. Anyway, moment of truth. Prime that pump, filter. I filled it up, so it shouldn't take too much. Prime that, see if it will start. There's no bubbles coming out there. The bit I spilt on top, still there. Well, everything's running as it should. There's no bubbles coming through the clear pipe. And nothing untoward apart from bubbling, and I've got a feeling I might literally be sucking air on this. scale whirl, isn't it? Yeah, when I say sucking air, oh, I don't know, bloody thing. That's looking a bit ropey, but do we believe it? Oh no, 141,000 anyway. Do we believe it? Has it got 40 miles worth? Oh, it's better. It ain't right, is it? Should be a lot better than that. Should be a lot quicker to fire. Saturday. This video's got a bit of a mess by now. It's coming and going, me doing this, doing that, and doing the other. All right.
Hello.
We've just popped back home because eBay decided to deliver our stuff there. Picked up the Fiesta fuel injector, so mission of the moment. I thought I'd just go out, give old Claude a bit of a start. Not at all. So I made things worse there.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll sort it. So yeah, today the pair of us, are on, oh, it's bright lights. We are on the Fiesta forever. Cue the Bill theme music. There we are. So we're going to get this buttoned back up. Shouldn't be too bad a job. And I believe they say that's famous last words. Let's have a look. Right. Well, we put the Fiesta back together and we've driven it down the road. Given the run of really good luck we've had recently, I didn't want to take the chances for will it start, but it did. And it starts and drives quite well. So, experience with us. The power of 1.4.
Is it Duratec?
Durator?
Oh, Durator, is it?
Practically put me in the back seat, obviously.
Oh, look at us go. Oh my God.
All the important things. Noddy on a lot.
Shouldn't it make a police noise?
Well, it should do, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible.
But if the police ones, I think if you just tap them,
yeah.
It used to turn on the two-tone siren. And,
all right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, long and short of it is, that's that done.
Yeah.
Cheap car in the first place. Cheap repair, bit labour intensive.
I don't know if it was labour intensive. I would say if we were sent the right injector in the first place,
that would have helped.
so then we would have remembered how to put it back together quicker. Because I think putting it back together, we were scratching our heads, weren't we?
Well, it was a bit, wasn't it? But I'll be fair. I'm happy with us.
Yeah. It was alright, wasn't it?
You can see from my arm that
Oh, you've done some work, bless.
I've worked hard, I have.
Yeah.
I deserve a pat on the back.
Yeah, I'm holding the phone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was it. There we are. We've had a success. The little Fiesta, because there's always a little Fiesta.
Stop.
We've done that.
Done it.
Where was I? The little Fiesta, because you get big Fiestas. The little Fiesta, up and running. And I'm going to run it for a bit. I've got a friend's daughter who's interested in buying it. She can't get the money together for a couple of weeks. So I think we might just run it for a couple of weeks, isn't it?
I think it would be good to, because if anything does, because she's only just passed her test, and I would really hate to sell a car to someone and we haven't tested it. So I think it does need a little test just to make sure that everything's together.
Yeah.
And bless her, she hasn't had a chance to drive yet, so
no, she hasn't. It'll be her first car, so
yeah.
Yeah. So once I've been in it, snorting and farting and things for a couple of weeks, she'll be loving it.
I need to cherry bomb it though, because it does smell of cigarettes.
Previous guy smoked in here, but
Yeah.
that's his prerogative, obviously. But
none of us are smokers, nor are we vapors, so it's a bit
That's how come we can afford such luxuries as a 2008 ex-police Ford Fiesta
That's
diesel.
right. Brum brum.
Oof. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So there you have it. Fiesta.
Done.
Dun dun done.
Goodbye from me.
Bye. Worst picture in the world ever. It's an odour bomb. We're going to try and help get rid of the stench of cigarettes from in there. So we got that going off. You just see Lisa through it. You've got that going off. That goes around, recirculates around the system, makes it smell a bit prettier. I think that one's sort of cherries, isn't it?
That's cherry.
It's a bit like outside Weatherspoons on a Saturday night smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, I can smell it out here actually.
Probably kind of vape smell, isn't it?
Yeah. There we are.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite finished, we still got that to do. Alright. Don't ever tell me we ain't committed to this. Never. 'Cause we've been at it all day. We've been doing Land Rover things. Sold the scooter. Just done a load to that, finishing it up. So there's a few bits I wasn't happy about. I won't sell it unless I'm happy. But, like I say, 20 past 10 at night. I'm awarding myself a medal here. Down there somewhere is Lisa. She's getting a medal too. Like I said, this video has been an absolute... Wow. I'm trying to think of the right words. Think of your words, Mark. Think of your words. It's been an absolute pigsty of bits and bobs. So it should either be really entertaining or really boring. There we are. I'm going to bed. Well, I'm going home anyway. Alright. Weather's changed. Typically British. So, in the background in the scrapyard, not. The old disco, Claude, her Fiesta that's finally finished. But I did a short last week saying we bought another car. We have. And I said I'd explain what, why, and where are we going with this one. So, if anybody guessed it right, they guessed it in their head and didn't bother telling us. But this is it. We have got a Renault Twingo. What can I say? We got it cheap. We got it for us. It's not really going to be anything to it, I don't know. Might see how it goes. But we got it primarily because we live in a pretty rural area. As you can see, not a lot of towns, is there? We live in a pretty rural area, and all the little back roads around here are single lane roads really. And now it's holiday season. We've sort of had a lot of tourism embark upon us, and it's with people who don't understand the concept of single lanes and passing spaces. So the old Range Rover started taking a battering from bush rash, and it was cheaper to do this than it was keep repairing the old Range Rover. So we got this. It's a 1.2 Dynamique. Other than the obvious issue with the back end, there ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, somebody's done a fairly spectacular home repair on it. Unfortunately, the dust up here is a bit epic. So Lisa said she reckons she can polish all this out. So we'll have a look, see how she gets on with it. But other than that, what can I say? It's got a few knocks and marks on it. It's a 57 plate Renault, you know, what do you expect? Literally flies. But yeah, you know, I've never had one before, to be honest. I've had a Clio years ago, and it's very similar to a Clio in the way it drives anyway. Inside, well, I kind of made it into a van, flamethrower. Folded the back seats down because that's how I need it. In here, you get a lot of mod cons. You got, what size feet's Lisa got? Speedo. Hang on, let's shove the key in. Key, singular. So, yeah, you got little bits and bobs going on up there. Speedo, 117,000 miles. Radio, thrashometer. Two cup holders are in the Fiesta. Two cup holders, which are useless. A tray down there, which is useless. A little tray there, which is useless. One there, equally useless. Put anything in there and watch it fall off as you drive along. But we didn't really buy it for its cup holders, and everything else on this works well. Rear view mirror, near side mirror, border collie. But it does what we want to do. This will get us up and down the farm lane, get us home, no problems. If it gets battered and scratched, so be it. Not that excited about it. Notable things. Air none. It has aircon, but it don't work, and I ain't bothering to do that. So, that's it really. It's a little ginger Renault Twingo. We've done 162 miles. And it's hardly used any fuel, which is quite different to one of them Range Rovers, but yeah. So really, next up, we're going to see what we can perform with this back end, just to smarten it up that much. At the end of silly season, when the holiday makers have all buggered off home, you might well just sell it. We'll see. Stay tuned for the Twingo with this obligatory border collie staring at it. They're on their own, them dogs. That went well. Right, after a rocky start, that was, wasn't it?
It was a rocky start, wasn't it?
Balanced my phone on top of Lisa's cup. What was it? Stanley Cup or something?
Yeah.
Anyhow, that'll do for this week. You've shared the delights of the Range Rover, the Fiesta, the Twingo.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what's been in this video actually.
It's an absolute...
Because the whole week has been chaotic.
It has.
And very strange, from selling mobility scooters to
buying cars.
Buying cars.
Which are no bigger than a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
And now you're going to buff the back of that. You reckon you can buff that to look like good?
I reckon, yeah.
Well, challenge Lisa.
I mean, it might take me half hour or so, but I reckon I can do it.
Well, let's just put it to the test. Lisa, number 1. The buffer, number 2.
Yeah.
Menzerna buffing system,
Yeah.
number 3.
Yeah.
And me leaving you alone, not taking the mick.
See, you tried not to swear then, didn't you?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a, let us know what you think of the Twingo. Let us know.
Can I tell you what I think of the Twingo?
Go on then.
I like it.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's cool.
It's
and it's so much fun, and I feel like driving the back roads is much nicer now because I'm not worried about my paintwork on the Range Rover, which pleases me no end because I'm sick of being in hedges because of the tourists here. They can't drive.
You're going to buff it or there'll be no paint left.
And if I keep buffing it, I'll buff it back to flipping metal, won't I? Yeah. I can't keep buffing it no more. Yeah. So, the Twingo has given me that, like, ability to just get from A to B and not care, really. Yeah.
And economically.
Yeah, because I've put £50 in it now, and I've got a full tank.
Oh, you did have.
I
done
did
160 miles in that now.
Yeah. So, because the Range Rover, I was getting 18 miles per gallon out of it. It gotten a bit expensive.
Yeah.
And it was getting dirty, and my insides was getting mucky.
So,
Am I boring you by any chance?
No. I didn't realise you was that taken with the Twingo, to be honest with you. But there you go.
Well, I could use the Fiesta.
I think the difficulty is like people will probably wonder why we didn't just hang on to the Fiesta and use that.
Yeah.
But the Twingo was so bloody cheap.
Yeah.
And has no real great value in it. And the Fiesta did have good value in it to resell.
The Fiesta has good resell because it's a diesel.
Yeah.
And around here, people want diesels. And I think it's a good selling on, making money potential. And it's only going to get wrecked coming back and forth from home to the farm. And the Twingo, well, it's halfway wrecked, so... And that's literally going to be used as a runaround, and that's it.
But there's a point, though, isn't it? Fiesta's 35 quid a year to tax.
It is, yeah.
The Twingo's 190.
Because it's petrol, I think. And it's in the era where diesels were the thing you...
Well, the government said buy diesels.
Yeah, that scrappage scheme, isn't it? And, you know, the government was encouraging us to buy diesels. So they made them relatively cheap for us to want to buy. Yeah. And now they're trying to get rid of the diesels.
Yeah, because they're killing butterflies and stuff. So,
but £190 a year tax on it is a bit steep.
It is.
But, you know.
It's all like its own value every year.
Yeah, every year I'm paying what it's worth in tax. Yeah.
So anyway, there's our opinion on the Twingo. Let us know what yours is.
Brum brum.
The Fiesta, that's all good to go now. So, like I said before, it needs another wash now because it's covered in dust and crap.
That's the thing down here, isn't it?
Claude the Range Rover it still starts and drives, but it desperately needs something sorting out on it.
Yeah.
The black Range Rover's at our house, basking in the sun, rain today.
Yeah, I'm just going to use that. I don't know when I'm going to use it now, though, but yeah.
The Discovery 2 and the Discovery 3 are both up for sale.
The Disco 2's up for sale for sure, but that's so it could come back and it could be roadworthy again. We just haven't got the time for any of that. No,
and it's just meh. Disco 3, well, it isn't ours anyway. We only look after it, but that's up for sale.
That's up for sale. The Disco 3.
And the Defender is getting somewhere very, very slowly.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there with it.
I did buy, actually, there's another thing. This is dragging on. I did buy a massive fan, and it's meant for blowing up, like proper full-blown bouncy castles. Using that for a ventilation system. And I installed it yesterday and powered it up, and it inflated the inside of the booth. So there's got to be air movement.
That will be air movement.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes next week. So I've spent more time waffling crap than I have actually doing anything productive. I've managed to unfix the Range Rover, the green one, Claude, and other stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a pleasant weekend. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Hwyl fawr.